Why does staying away from other people feel so strange to us? Now, naturally, I like staying at home anyway. Some people find it easier at this time to stay at home. They like not having to have interactions with people as much as normal. But even if you like your own space, it's still weird. We miss people. Perhaps you miss people more than you thought you would miss people. After all, in Perth, we like our privacy. We like to withdraw into our own houses. But we still do like to spend time with other people when we can't do it. Why does it feel so strange? Well, the Bible helps us, like it does with so many other topics. We know that God is a Trinity. There are relationships within God Himself. That we are made in God's image. We are made for relationships like God Himself is a relationship. We are made to be in a relationship with other people. Even from right at the beginning in Genesis, we know it's not good to be alone. We need people. What poets and philosophers through the ages have concluded, that no man is an island, like John Donne wrote about in his poetry, we already know that's true from the Bible. Even modern mental health experts tell us how dangerous it is for us to be by ourselves and not with other people. Now, if you're a Christian, you will miss others with a different dimension. You'll be missing church. Now, maybe you can look back to the times it seemed a hassle. Our church meets in the city. It's hard to get parking. You have to drive a little way. There might be people at church you don't like very much, that you don't get along with, that you dread having to see. But despite all the negatives, we need each other. We miss each other. And again, we see so much encouragement about church in the New Testament. There are so many passages that speak using the words one another. We are to love one another, bear with one another. We see that every time that the gospel is spread to a new place, when someone comes to love Jesus, they immediately gather with other Christians. We see it on the day of Pentecost. We see it in Philippi. We see it everywhere in the New Testament. Christians are meant to be together. There are instructions that we should serve one another using the different gifts that God has given to us. We don't have everything ourselves. We need the gifts of other people to minister to us, like they need our gifts to minister to them. And we know that when we're with other people at church, it builds character. It builds patience. We have to bear with one another in love. There are even instructions to greet one another with a holy kiss. Touch is important, even for people who aren't huggers. Yes, we can have only limited contact with one another now. But as long as we have limited contact, it's always going to feel strange. We long for other people. We long for the church. We like our privacy, but it can go too far. God has made us for relationships.